Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So, as the title says, the Queen of LA, good evening and salutations. Steffi Forrester, is back on the Bold and Beautiful. And I gotta sit there and tell you, I couldn't be any happier. Because after she got debriefed and she was sitting there talking to Finn, she went right to the jail and put Luna's whack job ass on notice. And I am here for it. Okay, let's do roll call. Amy's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Tommy's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Krista's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Sean is in the chat. How you doing tonight? We got a lot to talk about, people. I don't know exactly how long we're going to be talking because I do have to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, but we're going to be sitting there talking about it. We going to be talking about it. What's good, Sean? It's good to see you. What's good, Allison? How you doing tonight? I don't know why it doesn't show Allison. It's so goddamn annoying. But Allison is in the chat. It actually happened to you in Dion's chat as well. I saw you yesterday. You was in Dion's live stream. And I think only I was the only person who was able to see you because of you have to hit the gear thing and look at all chat to see you. Crazy day. What's so crazy about it, Sean? What's good, Tommy? I switched to all messages. Yeah. But that's the thing though. Some people don't know that. Some people don't know that you actually have to hit the gear button to do that. So it's like it doesn't come up unless, you know. Big Nate, what's good, Nate? How the hell are you doing? It is annoying. It is annoying, Allison. YouTube just like changed their goddamn policy, and most people wouldn't know to do that. Most people would not know to do that, and that's what's annoying about it. I don't know if I saw Nate in the chat yesterday, but you know, I went off on Carly today. Well, I didn't go off on Carly today, but I did have to. I said what I said yesterday, Sean, and I'm probably gonna wind up saying it throughout the night because, like, why the fuck not? But I'm like, girl, you really shouldn't be sitting there like getting so upset with Jack putting your daughter in danger when you've been putting your kids in danger for about 20 something years the minute you decide to marry a mobster because you want to put your happiness above your kids' safety. So no, we're not gonna do that, Carly. That's what we're not gonna do. Okay, we're not doing that. We're not gonna play that game. I'm not doing it. Yeah. So we got a lot to talk about. Yeah. Tell me why you don't like Steffi. Why you don't like Steffi Forrester, the Queen of LA? I also saw yeah, I was gonna sit there and say I saw YNO on Saturday. Phyllis is honestly tell you the truth, Phyllis is the worst character on The Young and the Restless. What's good, LaShawn? Phyllis is the worst character on The Young and the Restless. Yeah, but and that's the thing though, Alice. And at the same time, she's been putting her kid, like, I guess for me personally, it's like, yes, I understand. She's lying. She's putting Jocelyn in danger and everything like that. She's involving her child into something that is really dangerous, and she's lying about it, right? But I'm like, girl, you also been putting your children in danger for years. Michael is the result of putting your children in danger. Michael got shot in the head just for being too close to Sonny. You was so damn worried about what AJ was gonna do, but you decided to marry a mobster. Yeah, great job, Carly. Um, so like I said, I can drag Carly's ass for days. I'm like, girl, you you felt like AJ wasn't a great dad, so you decided to hook him up with a goddamn mobster as a stepdad. Now, how did that work out for you? Well, let's see. He got shot in the head. He nearly burnt to death. So, don't really know if I count that as an upside. Phyllis just came across as so pathetic. What's good, Tanya? Phyllis just Phyllis came Phyllis came across as so pathetic. You go down to a bachelor party and you say something stupid like, "Oh, was this a private party or can anyone join?" No, bitch, it's a private party. Get your shit and get the hell out. And then she sits there and starts berating Christine about how many friends she has. Girl, your friends tolerate you at best. They don't like you. Like, what are you talking about? I just, the thing is, Sean, like, I can't just let that shit go with Carly. I can't, you know? Was good, Eagle? Ronnie, aka Nikki Smith, destroyed Tracy today, and Drew really needs a mirror with what he said to Nina. I bet he offered Alexis to see Scout if he defends Willow. Oh, okay. What's good, Monique? Monique says Phyllis claims she don't want Danny, but she doesn't want Christine to have him. Phyllis, get a life. Yeah, the most pathetic character on the most pathetic character on YNR. Tanya says Carly has been written like this since I started watching the early 2000s and the Bob Guza era. Yeah, that's the thing, Sean. And see, the thing is, people will sit there and say, "Oh my God, Albert, you're a hater. You hate Carly." I don't hate Carly, but I will sit there and call her out on her shit. I don't know what the hell Carly's doing, but I know I'm ready to sit there and drag her. I'm not gonna lie, Tommy. Beyond the Gates today just really it really solidified why I decided to do a review on Days of Our Lives, because I don't know what the hell Beyond the Gates is doing. That whole let's get Danny and Andre together, sit there and talk about about their marriage was just so damn stupid. And I resigned to the fact I resigned to the fact that she's just going to be an irredeemable character to me. Like her personality is just way over the goddamn top, and it's too damn cartoonish. I can't with her. Okay, I think we all have a different definition of the word simping. I don't understand how simping actually. I don't understand how simping ever became a bad thing. Like, how did liking a girl ever? Like, how is that ever? How is liking a girl ever a bad thing? Maybe we got a different definition of that. Hmm. Monique says the way Ronnie called out Tracy was priceless. Yeah, pretty much this thing, yo, you need some dick in your life. You know the thing. You know. Okay. Here's my thing, Eagle. So like, yeah, you saw my review, right? You saw my review today. I don't like how this that they're trying to human. I don't like how this that they're trying to, you know, make Amy and Sophia sympathetic. I don't like that. This girl literally just sat there and assaulted a man, and yet you have Brady Smith there trying to be nice to Amy. I'm like, she just assaulted Johnny because she failed Sophia as a mother, if we're gonna be honest. She failed her as a mother. What's good, Queen of the South? How are you doing tonight? Yeah, exactly. With the photos, she had it was good, Queen of the South. She had this attitude of, well, they'll just get over it. When Sarah was like, "Yo, listen, they don't. He needs to know that the child is not his," and she just sat there and said, "They'll get over it." So she just totally dismissed their feelings. So my whole thing is, why? Why is it so that they're trying to make us have any sort of sympathy towards Sophia? Listen, I was sitting there hoping that Brady, I was upset with Brady for sitting there catching Sophia. I wanted her to sit there and just let Sophia just drop right on the goddamn ground. Yeah, but I'm just sitting there saying, Eagle, like she felt it's a little bit beyond strict, where she felt she couldn't even come to her own mother and she had to sit there and give birth to a child by herself simply because her mother was so terrible to deal with, you know? Yeah, Sophia has she doesn't. Oh, absolutely, Eagle. Let me tell you something. I wanted Chanel to sit there and dog walk that chick. I wanted Chanel to sit there and buy Amy a nice little pretty gold necklace collar and dog walk her all through Salem. That's what I would have wanted. And you know what? Listen, it would have served Johnny. It would have served her right if Johnny would have popped her in the mouth. And I honestly tell you the truth, I think if anybody in that comment section would have came at Johnny, I would have roasted their ass to no tomorrow. I would have had a field day. Gorgeous Queen Janet. Who do feel Naomi? What does that mean? That's right. That's right, Janet. The Queen of LA, Steffi effing Forrester, is back. And she put Luna's crazy ass on notice. Hmm. Well, all the Carlys, they play to their own strengths, They play to their own strengths. Everyone has their version of Carly that they like and that they don't like, and it is what it is. Oh, absolutely, Eagle. I would fucking love that. Tommy says, "How do you feel about Jacob wanting to have kids, Albert?" I feel two things. It's understandable that people do change, right? But you knew exactly what you were signing up to. So Jacob's not there whining and trying to persuade Naomi is annoying. It's absolutely annoying. Like, bro, you knew the score when you married her. Okay? You don't like it, divorce her and get with somebody else. But stop trying to get her to change her damn mind. That's annoying the hell out of me. And I'm also getting annoyed with Naomi and the constant crying and all the over the top speeches. And it's like, girl, shut up and just get a goddamn abortion or something and just be done with it. Like, I guess for me personally, I don't have patience. I lack patience when it comes towards that stuff. Yeah, I get that, Tommy. But the thing is, though, and people do change. Okay, Tommy, the person you are today is not going to be the same person you are in 5 years. It's just not. So, yeah, he made that promise to her when he was 4 years ago into it. You know, so people change. So I understand and I get the fact that he has changed, but she hasn't, and you knew the score. It's like I had an issue with Sam on General Hospital, and it will stay forever a issue. Okay, Sam got upset with Jason for still living that gangster life because she had a kid and she changed. And I guess he expected Jason to change too. And I'm like, that's a you problem. That's a you problem. I don't give it. What's good, Black Man? I don't give a shit if you change. He didn't change. You knew exactly what you was in damn married. You knew exactly what you were getting into when you had a baby with him. Boo boo, that sucks for you. So what? She gave him a hard time, and I'm like, girl, you are out of pocket. Yeah. Kids change some people. It doesn't change everyone. Kids are not a magic goddamn wand to sit there and fix your life. Ideally you should want to, but it doesn't always work for every person because every person is different. So I did not feel bad for Sam. I called her a Karen and I will call her a fucking Karen to this day. She was a hypocrite. She who she was when she married. Yeah, she knew exactly who she was when she married him. You had a baby with him and he didn't change, so what? Shut your goddamn mouth and move on. Maybe feel you know what I'm saying? Like I don't have the patience to sit there and listen to her. Shut up. I just don't. I don't understand what the hell she's doing. Nate said Jason wasn't going to lead the mob anyway. There's consequences to that, and it didn't help Sam in the long run, if we're being honest, story wise. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what. Yeah, she's gonna do some dumb shit like that. And this is part of the reason why I was annoyed with Jason for open up his goddamn mouth. You sat there and promised Jocelyn, and then you go and you start tattletaling, bro. Shut up. I'm good, Black Man. I I survived today, so I'm very happy. 4 o'clock in the mornings, or something else. Yeah, of course you're gonna do something stupid. That's why Jason should have just kept his goddamn mouth closed because he knows exactly who Carly is and what she'll do. He sits there and says, "Hey, listen, maybe you don't say anything and blow her cover and put her in danger. So what is she gonna do? She's gonna do something stupid to blow her cover because that's who Carly is. And he should know better. That's why Jason's off the goddamn hook as well. Because he should know better. No, what in the universe he thought he was. I can't. Like I can't. I don't I don't think it is, Sean. I don't think it is because he did tell her. He did tell her. Sean, if he didn't tell Jocelyn, if he didn't tell Carly about Jocelyn, oh, okay. Um, what's good? What's good? Taffy, 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 Tiffy? Tiffany? I think it's Tiffany. My whole thing is like I said, like I said, I resided to just. Oh, very good point. Eagle says Drew has been a congressman guy for how long? No media followers. This guy is around no cameras, no reporters. Okay, I will sit there and say this much though. I'm glad, Janet, because I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna go in. Okay, I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna sit there and say some things that may not be nice. So just kind of a heads up. Also, I'm about to start drinking, and I'm really not gonna be nice. Okay, I don't know what the hell. Listen. Like I said, I've resided today to just be like, okay, good, Sean, good. Because you know me, I don't sit there and pull punches. I don't pull punches. I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit. Just not. Just simply not. Dante was a little stupid in this episode. Okay, so here's okay. Let me take this drink and here's my thing about this. I don't understand. The whole conversation was pointless. Oh, I'm drinking Moscato, Tommy. Moscato. That whole conversation was pointless. The whole Michael and Dante conversation was pointless. Okay. It doesn't really matter if Michael can convince you if he did it or not. He just needs to convince the jury, the court, that he didn't do it. So like I don't really understand. It didn't. Why does it matter if he impresses you if you believe him or not? First of all, you're way too close to this case to even sit there and be objective. You and Chase are. So this whole conversation was pointless. There's a point where Dante's like, hey, listen, if you did it, you need to turn yourself in. And Michael says, I listened to your advice once and see where that got me. I'm like, but Michael, the difference is you did sit there and kill Claudia. Yeah, you did it in defense. You didn't mean to, and it was to sit there and defend your mother and sister and everything. But you did do it. So it's not like they just decided, oh, we're just going to throw you in jail for funsies. It's like, no, you literally did it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about Frank V, but hey, listen, the dude got 7 Emmys, so he's doing something right. Can't sit there and say the dude isn't doing something right. Tiffany says, General House with myself. I tried. People told me it's a new soap. It's gonna take some time, but it takes too goddamn long. I can't wait for this song. Yeah, exactly, Tiffany. I don't blame you. Listen, I'm not gonna sit there. It's been 7 months. Beyond the Gates has not gotten better. They got one good story. And it's impressive. It's an impressive good story. But one good story does not make up for 7 months of shit. It just simply doesn't. So, you know. Just saying. Just saying. Let's be real for a hot minute. Yeah, I don't know. They had Michael say that if he's not the one who shot Drew, I thought he was going to confess for a second. You know, Allison, speaking of old soaps, we were watching we were watching Passions yesterday. And watching Passions yesterday. Wow, sounds good. But we were watching Passions yesterday, and that show, yo, Sean, you when you left, some of those scenes were insane. I literally sat, Sean. I literally sat. I was like, bro, you gotta. Whenever you get a chance, you gotta go back and watch that. You gotta watch that last hour because that show got fucking bonkers. Holy shit! Yeah, no, no, I got you, Sean. I got you. No, I said whenever you get a chance to go back and finish watching it, like it. Yeah, check out the replay. That man, that was it was weird as fuck, but it was also hilarious. So, Lakeisha, what's good, Lakeisha? It's been a minute. How have you been? Probably your next spotlight villain should be Mr. Lawrence. Oh yeah, we definitely gonna do that. And thank you. I'm gonna definitely write that down. I actually have a whole list of people that I wrote. Um, it was Allison, and I loved every single minute of it. Every single goddamn minute of it. Well, I don't know if you can see it, but it's a whole list of people that we're going to be sitting there watching. But yeah, the character we were looking at yesterday. Oh wow, that was that was definitely something else. I will sit there and say that much. It was a person named Vincent Clarkson. No, not Alistair Crane. We saw Alistair Crane. That he was a wild one too. No, this was a guy named Vincent Clarkson. If you know who Vincent Clarkson is, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, crazy, crazy, crazy shit. What did I see? What I did see was creepy as hell. Oh, Sean, let me tell you something. It was I'll tell you this much, Allison. That character was the most controversial character in soap opera history. In all soap opera history, that character was, to this day, I would sit there and say the most controversial character I've ever seen, I've ever watched. Watching those scenes, I've never been so uncomfortable, but also some of the most hilarious scenes I've ever seen. He was a hermaphrodite. You know what a hermaphrodite is, right? It's when you're born with sex organs of men and female. So you're a man and you're a woman. Passive was a very campy, so much going on. Episodes, no breaks between. Yep, Sean. Yeah. Yep. And Allison, just to top it off, he has also DID. It has DID, kind of like sleepaway camp. Oh, Allison, trust me, it gets so much more weird when you actually watch the scenes. If it sounds weird, it only gets weirder. The members got treated to something that I don't think they're ever gonna forget. I may want to do a part two of that. Mm, that is correct, Tiffany. I might have to check it out, Sean. Yeah, she played Valerie. Daphne, that's her name, Daphne. Daphne, Daphne was something else. Daphne was it was only two. So it was a boy and a girl alter. A boy and a girl alter. One was Vincent and one was Valerie. And they even did like the voices, they had the different voices for the male version and the female version. Like I'm telling you, that shit was trippy as hell, Allison. Like I said, whenever you get a chance, you become a member, you see some of the stuff I'm talking about. But um just getting back to some of the stuff that happened today, which really wasn't, I don't know. Days was actually pretty Days was good, but it also pissed me off. Um Sometimes they had one, okay, Vincent had one costume that was half woman and half male. Like I'm not even joking. You can look that shit up. Um, it's like one side is like a tuxedo, the other side is like, I don't know, some sort of dress or something. That is right, Tiffany. Yeah, so you know. And like I said, I'm not gonna give too much away because like you know, Dante annoyed a lot of people. I don't, I it's sad. I mean, like I don't feel like Dante annoyed me. I just felt like it was a pointless scene. Like you, trust me, Allison, it gets worse. But I just felt like it was a pointless conversation. Like honestly, tell you the truth, I felt like the conversation with Jack and Carly was pointless. Like Carly, if you're not gonna show the scene where Carly actually, gets into it with Jack and confronts him about her daughter being in the WSB, what was the point of that scene? What was the point of having them on today if you're not going to sit there and show the confrontation? What was the point of that? What are you doing? Why? I felt like, in a sense, that was just a waste of time. And now I got to sit there and put that up there as a, yeah. I think that was the other thing that I annoyed. Yeah, I mean, she did that shit with Jocelyn too. I'm like, I don't know what you want Jocelyn to sit there and say. You want Jocelyn just to just magically tell you the truth? Like, really? I just, I don't know. Maybe, and this is just me guessing. Like, I'm guessing that Tracy was the one that got Ronnie drunk. What's good, Ronnie Ron? And don't forget, Sean, it was a Mercedes Benz. It wasn't just just a little car with four wheels, something simple. No. What's good, Autumn? I know. I was just saying, like, a lot of people are annoyed with Dante today, except for me. I feel like maybe I'm the outlier. Um, yeah, exactly, Sean. That's just because that's very important. Like, you can just sit there and co-sign a a little punch buggy, a little whatever. Danny Beardy 7. She's trash. Both of them are trash, Ron. No, no, Lakeisha, I'm not sick. I was a couple of days ago, so I may sound like a little nasally, but I'm good. Also, if you are not subscribed to Danny Bear 87, subscribe to her. She is five over 500 subscribers. So she came back and she was going for a while. She came back and she came back hard. No, Ron, I'm gonna roast both of them. Oh, I'm a hater, Ron. I'm a hater. Okay. Oh boy, do I love being called that. Both of them are trash as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, and granted, it wasn't a plan to sit there and come on tonight, but I was like, yeah, I finished it. I finished two soap operas early. I got Young and the Restless out the way on Saturday, and then I woke up this morning and was able to get what you call it. Exactly, Autumn. Yeah, facts. Once I got days out the way, I was like, all right, yeah, you know what? Let's go on tonight. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, it's all good, Ryan. How are you doing? It's all good. I think I kind of finished roasting your girl Carly, at least for right now. Don't worry. I may want to bring it. I may actually want to bring out that evidence. Every now and then, I like to sit there and bring out a time where I have to sit there and read Carly for filth. So no, but it's good to see you, though, Ryan. Good to see you. Exactly, Allison. The problem is, Sean. Sometimes I feel like she has too much. She be doing too much. Autumn says, quick question of it. Didn't Willow say a while ago that she didn't need Nina's help and that she doesn't need that alibi, and then when Nina quits lying for her, she got that. Yeah, I didn't understand. Well, I understood it. I understood it because in all reality, like she did it to sit there and help. She did it to sit there and help her mother, and then she felt betrayed. So I kind of understand that. Uh, you know, Ryan. Okay, I'm gonna sit there and say something that you're not gonna like. So I need you to be sitting down for this one. I felt it was pointless. Okay. I felt like the whole conversation was pointless. Dante sitting there trying to get Michael to convince him that he didn't do it was just a pointless it was absolutely pointless. It was a pointless conversation. Um it's not my girlfriend, Ron. Um there was one point where he damn I have to sit there and say this shit again. Yeah, no, I felt like it was pointless. But I also felt like there's a point where Dante's like, "Hey, listen, Michael, if you did do it, you need to turn yourself in. You need to do the right thing and turn yourself in." And Michael's like, "Why would I take your advice again when I took it the last time it will wind up happening to me?" And I'm like, you can't compare that because last time you did sit there and kill Claudia. Yeah, you did it in self-defense, but you still did it. Like you still did it. Yeah, Danny, I have no idea what the hell Ron is talking about. Ron just be making up these um fan fictions. But ultimately, like I said, it was just pointless. It was just pointless. And you know what? Fuck it. I'll sit there and say shit again. Carly. On one hand, I understand her being upset with Jack. On the other hand, I'm like, girl, you've been a bad mother since I started watching this show. In a sense, you have done nothing but put your kids in constant danger for the last 25 years since I've been watching this show. You ripped Michael away from AJ, and you let Sonny, the local mobster, be his stepdad. And all the danger that has come associated with that didn't really matter because Carly wanted what Carly wanted. So it's a little kind of weird for, you know, you to be like, oh my God, I can't believe you put my kids in danger. I was like, girl, you've been putting your kids in danger for 27 years. Shut up. No, boo boo. We're not doing that. No, Ron, I was not worried about that. Like I said, I wanted Chanel to sit there and dog walk Amy Choi. Take a nice little pretty silver collar and dog walk her all the way through Salem. Jax wasn't dangerous. Well, see, here's the thing, Ryan. In all reality, he should be staying out of this because he can't be objective. He can't, and I don't expect him to. Exactly, Danny B. I'm like, we're not gonna play this game. We're not gonna sit there and act like. I mean, seriously, Michael had a bullet to the head, and on top of that, he also got damn near burnt alive. But you want to sit there and try to ream out Jack? Okay, boo boo, sure. Good night, Tiffany. Both, yeah, listen, Dante and Chase both need to be taken off the case if we're going to be honest. Because Chase right now is no better. Chase ain't no better. He's doing the exact same shit. And honestly, tell you the truth, and that's another Amy. Okay, Amy Choi asking Brady if she missed something. Yeah, she was a terrible god awful mother who, like Sophia said, didn't see her for who she was. Now, I think that Sophia's trash, and I wish that Brady didn't sit there and catch her. But hey, listen, it is what it is. Is what it is. There's that darn word again. Uh, it's so funny. I wish I could sit there and ask questions in the chat like I used to. I'll sit there and be like, chat, what's the definition of simp? Yeah, exactly, Danny. That's something else that annoyed me. I was like, she had no problem sitting there being disrespectful and disregarding anybody else's feelings, and literally said to Sarah, "Oh, they'll just get over it. They'll just get over it. They'll just get over it." Like, really? Ryan said, "Did you notice that though he criticized Michael for not having more compassion for Willow than he accused Michael of framing Willow for kidnapping Dante?" Yeah, you know, I don't know exactly what he was doing. I mean, here's the thing, Allison. What is the definition of a simp? I think that a simp is somebody who likes a girl, which I don't understand. We're in 2025. I don't understand when liking a girl or liking someone was classified as a bad thing. Like, I feel like people use the word simp like it's a buzzword, but what do I know? Yeah, thank you, Danny. I'm so sick and tired of Chanel constantly being like, "Oh, I want to sit there and adopt you, Tesoro. I feel it in my bones. I really need to adopt." You really don't. There are 1,000 other kids that's out there that needs you. Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about, Ron? I'm not even gonna sit there and read the whole goddamn thing. Um, just constant. Oh, we gotta get the sorrow. We gotta get the sorrow. The thing is, Ryan, I don't think it really makes that much of a difference. Cody's off contract, and we've been sitting there seeing him a lot. I don't think. I don't think that being on contract means what most people think it means. Yep, that is correct. Greg Vaughn, aka Eric Brady, aka former Lucky, is going to be on Beyond the Gates. I don't know how to feel about it yet. It's going to be a little kind of weird though. I was sitting there saying, I was like, this is exactly the reason why he tried to put her little stink self in jail, you know? But see, that's my whole thing. Like, she always sitting there giving this little attitude or whatever. And then when he says something or he does something, then she wants to be like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you try to frame me for the murder of shooting you." Yeah, well, you want to sit there and run your goddamn mouth and act like there's gonna be no consequences. You act like you forgot who this man is. And then when he does something, you're like, "Oh my God, I can't believe your father did that." Really? But yeah, you know, even I don't even know. I think that Gio might be off contract too, but contracts don't mean what it used to mean. It really doesn't. Really doesn't. So, and it's not guaranteed you a job or anything like that. Yeah. Well, maybe she should sit there and listen to you. Ryan says I'm confused why they're making it look like what Michael said at the end was incriminating. He said he wished he had done it. Why were Lucy and Lulu acting like that was a confession? You know, here's my thing. I feel that Dante started sitting there playing devil's advocate because he noticed a change in Michael. This is something he said today, and this is the reason why he started asking these acidine questions. He was like, "You're coming across as more ruthless now, more colder, less sympathetic, less hard." And me and DC, we talked about that. And we talked about how Rory is playing a different Michael. My whole thing with that, sometimes to fight a monster, you have to be a monster. You have to be a monster. Exactly, Allison. Being on contract does not guarantee that you will have a job. Okay. It doesn't mean that you're gonna even have that much of a great story. Gio was on contract for a while before they start to give him a story. More than 6 months before they gave him a story. You may not be on contract, and you may be on a lot. It doesn't give you more screen time because you're on contract. It just means that you will get a certain amount of screen time that is mandatory, which is why they usually have like 12 to 16 people on screen. But you know, so yeah, that's a very interesting take, but it's your opinion, so okay, whatever. Gee, it used to bug me that Michael was such a pushover. No, I don't think you heard what I just said, though. I don't think you heard what I said. I'm gonna shorten it because I want you to hear this. To fight a monster, sometimes you have to be a monster. So if he's saying a more colder and detached side and a more ruthless side, it's because Willow has shown that she's not this sweet, innocent, kind woman. She could be a very deplorable person that will do things and get satisfaction over it and can do some pretty deplorable things. You can't sit there and use kid gloves on somebody who is going to sit there and fight dirty and underhanded, especially when your kids, their lives and everything like that are on the mat are on the line. So Willow needs to call Rick. She should. I don't even understand why was Martin even there? Why was Marty even there? He was at the court hearing. I was like, I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty sure you said that you can't represent Willow. So why are you there? And then he was like, "Oh, whoa, I gotta go today. I got something to do." I'm like, uh, you shouldn't have been here in the first place. Anthony, the number one YouTuber. How are you doing, by the way? I miss having health issues. Well, I'm sorry. Anthony says, "How are you doing, buddy? How are you doing? How are you, buddy, doing? By the way, I miss having health issues." Oh, you've been having. Oh, wow. I'm sorry to hear that. Damn. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope they all get. I hope they get um worked out. That's a very scary thing. Damn, this shit is hitting. Friend says, so what's Chanel and Johnny going to do since they are not getting Sophia's baby? Well, I mean, the smart thing to do is to just try to adopt another child, but what Chanel's going to do is she's going to whine, complain, and bitch, and she's eventually going to push Johnny away. And then EJ's going to get close, and Chanel's going to sit there and start getting all whiny and bratty. And then her dumbass mom is going to sit there and probably get involved. And I don't know. I feel like that's the course that's going to end up happening. She's so damn fixated on the sorrow that it's like I don't know. They're doing some dumb shit. I, here's the thing. I feel like Jeremy coming on is going to make Alex and Stephanie interesting. Because if you saw the previews, and Ryan, if you didn't see the previews, just type in Days of Our Lives previews. I can see her doing that too, Danny B. I can see her doing that too. Is that because they're all coming after Michael, or they're not taking Michael's side? They're not supporting Michael in some sort of way. I can see her doing that. You know what? I don't know if Jeremy can make Alex and Stephanie interested in nothing else so far. I think he's gonna do it because he's. I feel like he's going to do it by themselves. Listen, they're there for the romance, right? And I don't really give a shit about the romance. So it is what it is. You know what it is? It's like Dan. You know what it's like? It's like Jan Spears. You notice how sometimes when they have Sean when they used to have Sean and they had Belle and they would get Jan Spears to sit there and spice things up. I don't know. Probably according to GH fan, Anna's not on Michael's side, and that's a problem. GH fan, I'm not being a dick. It's the alcohol talking. Um, no, actually, that's actually not true. That's actually not true, Ryan. I don't look at it like that. There's times so I'll sit there and call Jason out point blank. Like I have a problem with Jason right now. I'm sitting there running his goddamn mouth and being a tattletale. No, Ryan. Sorry, broski. I'll call Jason out too. Rosemary. It's good to see you, Rosemary. Yeah. Seriously, Sean, listen, anybody and everybody can get it. I don't care if you're my favorite character, you will get it. Okay? I will call their asses out 7 times a week and twice on Sundays. Give a shit if they come at Jason. If I feel like it's a valid reason, I'm gonna sit there and come at his ass as well. Yeah, that's the thing, Sean. Like, I don't do that whole fanboy and shit. Like, I don't. I don't just sit there and just like them and just only defend them and only see the best. And no, I call their shit out too because their mom is super strict and everything. That's why. I ain't miss anything, Rosemary. Yeah, exactly. So I see. I mean, granted, I do feel like partly because I talk about this stuff. I want to sit there and try to be as impartial as possible. That's why I want. That's I mean, for me, that's why I don't do the whole. Oh, I'm Team Jason. I'm team. I'm Team Holly. Like, no, Holly and Sophia can both get it. I don't give a shit. That's why I don't do teams. That's why when people sit there and say, Albert, what team are you on? I don't do no fucking teams. Yeah, I get it, Ron. I do. I don't know if I can forgive that. Exactly, Sean. Like, we call out our favorites. We don't sit there and be like, we don't sit there and try to like ignore the shit that they do that's wrong and that will just be like no, you getting called out, bro. I like Sonny. I'll sit there and call his ass out too. And that goes for all my favorites on all my shows. I'll call out Victor. I'll call out Devon if I have to. Yeah, okay, that's cool, Ron. Sometimes I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm just, listen, Ryan. I'm just saying that's just how I feel. Like that's how I do things. Um, you're a fan. You don't have to sit there and be impartial. I have to be impartial. Wednesday, Sean. I'll be back on Wednesday. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have some fun. So I'll see you on Wednesday, Sean. Hell, it is actually getting late. I should probably quit. Michael is really too much. He's 40. Oh wow. Okay, so hopefully, okay, that's good, Sean. Hopefully they have some good for him. Of course, Sean. You have a great night, my friend, and I'll see you on Wednesday. I don't know, Ron. Your guess is as good as mine. It's unfair. I think it's hmm, okay. Well, that's your opinion, but I understand why they're sitting there looking at Michael because I mean, let's be honest. He does have the most to gain. He does have the most to sit there, most reason to sit there and come at Drew. You know, everyone is a suspect. And Michael's a goddamn suspect too. Let's just be real. Yeah, Drew screwed him over more than other people. Now they don't know about what you call it. Um Curtis and Portia. They don't know about that. So they would probably put them up there with Michael. But Michael has ample reasons to then take out Drew. Let's not, I feel like Michael has more. No, Ron, I'm not doing that. I'm too lazy. There you go. I forgot the word it's called, but exactly. Thank you, Danny. The evidence it really screams at Michael. There's more. There's a much other word to use, but he has more motive. He has more motive than Willow. I'm not saying Willow doesn't have motive. Curtis has motive, but Michael has the most motive. So they can't, you know what I'm saying? Like in all reality, they can't sit there and just ignore that shit. Like, but they got a reason. See, yeah, he does have the most motive. Oh, even his own parents are like, "Yo, listen, we know that you didn't do it, but exactly, Allison. He has the most motives beside Curtis. Did you see Days of our Lives today and what happened on Days? Do you know? Yeah, I know exactly what happened on Days. I did a review, Rosemary. So yeah, just check out my review. Yeah, I did a review today. I don't I don't think that they are though, Ryan. I think that just because he has the most motive, but that doesn't mean that they're taking other people off the board and be like, well, it looks like he did it the most, so we're gonna sit there and just go after him. Like, no. There's other people that he screwed over that they can easily go after. You know? I think they're focusing on him the most because he has the most motive, but they're not ruling out other people. I think that's just how you're seeing it because what the fuck? Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, okay, Danny. Like, I think that Amy is an annoying ass woman, but she ain't bad looking though. I mean, like her attitude, her personality is basura, but I mean, let's be honest, the dude is, legal drinking age, I imagine. Dude's an adult. Amy does look pretty nice. Let's not count that. Let's not eel that, okay? Like just saying. Oh, it's all good, Rosemary. No, whenever you get a chance. Yeah, no, definitely watch. I'm trying to do more reviews of Days of Our Lives this week. So yeah, whenever you get a chance. It was fun. And plus Sophia and Amy annoyed me. So I had to sit there and talk about it. How? Why? Okay, LaShawn, why would Martin Gray do it but not Tracy? Why would you figure Martin Gray would do it but not Tracy? I don't understand that. I'm confused. I mean, I don't really care personally, Ron. I don't really care enough about Aaron to really sit there and even ponder that idea. Yeah, I did, right? Yeah. But one thing doesn't have anything to do with the other. And I never said that I didn't, Ryan. I mean, Ron, I just said that like I don't care enough about Aaron to like well, to be fair, Danny, Aaron seemed like he's too immature for Sophia. So, like, that should happen. But no, I don't even understand. I mean, like I said, Ryan, all I'm saying is that he has the most motive. But they're not discounting other people, but they gotta go with the person. Oh yeah, no, that kid's gonna be screwed. It's funny, Danny. Like I wouldn't even sit there and even really talk about Aaron if it wasn't for Ron. Ron's all like, Aaron, Aaron, Aaron. I'm so happy Aaron is back. Who's the other character that you want back? Jerry Prentice? You always talking about how you want Jerry Prentice to come back on. I'm like, okay. Like, I'm not even gonna sit there and even shit on it anymore. It's like, all right, broski. Damn, we didn't even really talk about Beyond the Gates. I mean, Beyond the Gates was another episode where it's like there was just some pointless shit in there, and I so don't care about Leslie at this point. I really don't. She just does stupid shit at this point, and it's just like, yeah, I put the fire alarm. So what? She getting my man. I'm like, I just gotten to a point with Leslie. I'm just like, yeah, okay, sure, whatever. I'm like, okay, Leslie. And just having Eva sit there and berate her for like the time, just like, oh my bad, my bad, Danny Bear. Yeah, I'm one of those people where it's like, because here's the thing, Danny, like, because sometimes DC will come in and DC didn't see like the episode or he didn't see the episode in the last 3 days, and I'll sit there and start talking about it. It's like, oh, you're spoiling me. I'm like, bro, you know what channel you're coming on. Okay, I was like, you know what channel I'm coming on. You know how I do. I'm like, if you didn't do the homework, your ass is gonna be spoiled. That's how that's gonna work. Oh, you did, Danny? What did you thought of Phyllis' pathetic ass that they're trying to crash Christina's bachelorette party to ultimately look like a sad, pathetic fool that she is? See, I watched it on Saturday, and some people just don't know how to act, right? Like I saw somebody in the comment section that they criticizing her, and somebody else underneath was like, Go away, you Phyllis hater. And I'm like, you you do realize this is a fictional show, right? She did look pathetic. Honestly, tell you the truth, I think that she's the worst character on Y&R. But like, you go downstairs to go to a party that nobody wants you there, and then when she starts to decide to fire back and call you crazy, then you want to get triggered and be like, she called me crazy. Well, yeah, because you're acting crazy. Go get some goddamn help and stop sitting there chasing around. Maybe if you actually got some therapy, instead of sitting there chasing around Kane for whatever pipe dream that he's sitting there trying to sell you, maybe you wouldn't be so goddamn fragile. And for her to sit there and come down there and be like, "Oh, look how many friends you have," I'm like, Phyllis, look how many friends you have. Most of the people that's in your life barely tolerate you. Your kids tolerate you. People generally want to be around Christine. Are you're sorry, Ron? Ron says, Albert, sorry, Aaron can't be with Amy Troy because he's the father of her grandchild. Ain't one thing gonna got anything to do with the other. Danny says Kane is all over the place. Like what is he doing with the AI program? Yes, exactly. Hmm. Facts. Facts. Facts, Rosemary, yes. Queen Jess. No, Ron. No, that didn't happen. That's right. Just the celebrities in the chat. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I swear, if Cat Lady comes on about closer to 10 or somewhere around 10, just as I'm ending the stream, I'm gonna lose my shit. Phyllis is just really lonely like Kane. They should be lonely. I wanna watch it, Ryan. I really wanna watch it. I've already just rented one. I mean, I'm probably just streaming, but I want to watch it though. But the movie I did watch this weekend was Megan 2. I fucking love that movie. I'm like, fuck Jarvis. All I need for an AI program is Megan. That trailer did not do that movie justice. But it's on Peacock if people want to watch it. It was it was just it was. It The first one was very small and very contained. The second one they decided to do something different. But like Megan was just she was so enjoyable to watch. I'm like, people want to sit there and try to act like Megan is Chucky. Chucky did the same thing for like four goddamn films. Yes, Allison is on Peacock. I'm like, how many times is Chucky gonna sit there and go after Andy? He followed that man to boot camp. I'm like, no, this it's stop. Like it's just stupid. Chucky has a bride. Chucky has a child. Like, what the fuck am I watching at this point? I understand why they they did what they did. So, but it was fun though. It was fun. I hope they make a Megan 3. That truly did not help. Just say, yeah, the Chucky movies got so bad. Listen, I was done after part two. I'm like, I like Jennifer Tilly, but like, nope, I'm good. Once you start sitting there following the kid to boot camp, nah. Yeah, I mean, the Chucky movies are fun up to a point. Well, yeah, Ron, because I keep forgetting about it. It's not really something that is on my mind, but I do think I did see Bride of Chucky. I did, but it's the same type of. The problem is just like they're the same type of movies, right? Like one and two, Megan is so different, but it's good. It's a good change. Ryan said they were supposed to come out with a new Jordan Peele director next year, but it was dropped from Universal schedule. Oh, okay. I like Jordan Peele. I didn't like that last movie he did. I didn't like that alien shit he did. That's that's where he fell off for me. Right. That's where he fell off for me. The movie before that was really good. When you start getting to that flying saucer shit, I was like, nah, mm-mm. But nah, Jess, if you ever get a chance to watch Megan 2, it was fun. It was fun. Yeah, I like Kiki Palmer. She ain't bad. I don't know. The other movie was so good, like with the doppelgangers and shit. I was like, okay, this is good. This is good. I still gotta watch the first one, Justice. Maybe I'll watch it this weekend because it is on Peacock. So I was like, maybe I'll watch the first one. I like that part, Ryan. I like that part. I did. I didn't think it was bad, but like compared to the other one, I guess the other one was so much better that it was like it wasn't the worst movie I ever saw, but it wasn't like you know it better go on Peacock. Shit. I'll probably see that him movie when it comes out on Amazon. Since I got Amazon Prime again. Oh, I love Get Out, and then the other movie, and then it just that's the thing though, Ryan. It's like Get Out, and then that other movie, and then it just and it's not bad. It's not. Did you see what? No, I didn't. I mean, there's certain movies I will see in the theaters, but like some movies I won't. Like if it's a superhero movie, if it's a franchise movie that I've already seen, I will. But like Other movies, I'm like I'll see Tron when it comes out on Disney Plus. I'm not, I'm not going to the theaters to go and see that in a year. Yeah, no, listen, Jess, I don't blame you. Yeah, I like Us. I like the movie Us, but again, Jess, I don't blame you because I don't know. The movie theater is that well, that's one, Allison. It's expensive as fuck. Um, the movie theater experience is just not the same though. You know, you go in there and some people don't know how to act. On top of the fact that it is expensive, and it's like I'm good. Like, and like I said, other people come in and they start ruining shit. Yeah, Autumn, I want to see it. I'll see it on Amazon. I mean, yeah, I'll see it on Disney Plus. Plus, I mean, plus Jared Leto's what's his name, Jared Leto or whatever, Jared Leto. I'm not like I'm not rushing to the movies to sit there and see a Jared movie. I'm just not. Just says on Beyond the Gates is crazy how Ted and Nicole are the ones who need to stay married while Danny and Andre are playing. I know, Lakeisha, I'm lazy. Like, I'll be honest, I'm lazy. Like, nah. I don't feel like Chipotle is actually real food, if we're gonna be honest. Like, I'm better off just eating pizza at that point. Yeah, it's annoying if you have to buy tickets online and pay extra for a book fee. What? Listen, I'm more concerned about the concession stand. Yeah, I mean that's the thing, right? I heard it's a good movie. I heard it's a good movie, so I will definitely sit there and see that when it gets on when it gets on streaming. I heard it's a very different direction. You know, the sad thing is just like see, this is the problem, right? Like I felt bad for him, but I also got kind of annoyed because I'm just like here's the thing. I'm tired of him constantly kicking himself. Like at some point you need to just be like, you know what? It is what it is. And just, just accept it. Like it's like watching somebody constantly get kicked in the teeth and being like, bro, let it go. She doesn't want to be with you anymore. It's just not gonna work. It's it's heartbreaking in a sense because I know what that's like, but at some point you gotta sit there and move on. It's like watching somebody get slowly tortured. Yeah, he effed up with sleeping. Yeah, and then, of course, and then again, whenever you see Leslie and she's doing her whole hoo 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 ha ha ha, it's just like it's it's the type of shit where it's like I start reviewing a show and then she starts doing things like that, and it's like, man, fuck this shit. It's like I'm not gonna sit there and put 12 minutes of my life or 8 minutes of my life to sit there and start writing notes and then have to sit there and explain Leslie or have to explain this idiotic conversation between Danny's parents and asking, well, why are you married? I mean, You got to give us an explanation. You got to give us a reason why. What do you mean why? They're grown ass adults. Like, what are you talking about? And and Eva keeps trying to talk to her like, girl, you know your mother. She's never gonna stop. You know what, Jess? The one promising thing is that she does start to move on. Like she seems like she's with some guy called Isaiah. It's like the same conversations over and over again. Like B and B. But the queen of LA, Steffi, is back and she is putting Luna's ass on notice. So I'm here for that. I am here for that. But yeah, Eva does seem like she's gonna hook up with somebody new. Hopefully he's a better actor. Rosemary says, so Nicole and Ted, do you think they will ever get back together? It's possible. They keep saying that they're trying to put Danny and Bill back together, even though that Bill treated Danny like shit, and yet she still wants to be back together with him. And the sad thing is that there. Yeah, Steffi, did you see? Yep, she won that Emmy. I heard. I did not spend 3 hours of my life to watch it, but I heard though. I understand why taking like over 20 years with Nicole. Yeah, Lakeisha, I think that's like what her fifth kid or her seventh. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I know it sounds bad, but I stopped I stopped following Luna at this point. Oh, all right. You know, it's Halloween. Well, it's Halloween month, so there you go. Take a wild guess who that is. Let's start counting out to three. Jess is like, what is that? Danny Bear, tell Jess who that is. Danny Bear knows. I think some other people may know too. I'm gonna give somebody a hot second before I sit there and say who that person is. We watched this person on Sunday. There we go. There we go. I was waiting for Danny Bear. Yep. Valerie, aka Vincent. Think well, guess who that is? That there you go, Lakeisha. Funny, Jess was like, what the F is that? Valerie is Nicole from Yep, there you go. Facts, Lakeisha, facts. Yes. Um, yeah, she played Valerie on Passions. Also, Whitney, the actress that played Portia, she was also on Passions, but yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. Thank you, Ron. Thank you for reminding the chat that I'm responsible for getting Passions canceled. Fucking love Passions. Fucking love Passions. Seriously. Yeah, she just changed her hair. Oh yeah, she changed her hair. There you go. That's some good nightmare fuel right there. Well, thank you for reminding the chat, Ron. I appreciate that. Who was with Whitney? Valerie, aka Vincent, start. I can't believe I'm actually even gonna sit there and say this shit. Danny, you remember who Vincent wound up also banging? Vincent was creepy, but Vincent wound up banging somebody else. Like Vince, let me put it this way: Vincent was the most controversial character. Like he said, I still can't believe all that stuff Chad and Whitney went through just for him to cheat on her with Vincent. Vincent was with Chad too. Vincent was with Julian. And you know who Julian and you know the connection between Julian and Vincent is, right? That is very correct, Ron. Um Lewis was what you call his character. That's right, Danny. So that means that his dad wound up impregnating him. I don't know what the F Passion was thinking about making Julian and Eva his long lost child. Oh yeah, that's right, Danny. And Vincent got pregnant. That was that was the most awkward and hilarious shit I think I've ever seen on a soap opera in my entire life. You know, Ryan, okay, so here's the thing about Emmys. And you know why, Ryan, I think you kind of answered your own question, but I'm gonna sit there and tell you anyway. Yep, Julian knocked up Tabitha too. Can we please see you again? Hey, one second. I'm gonna explain this. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to do it. But here's my thing. Since somebody wants to complain, um, it's about Emmy reels. So let me put it this way, Ryan. You can mess up throughout the. I'm not doing that. There you go. You can sit there and fail throughout the entire year. You just have to send one good Emmy reel, and then you won. Yes, exactly. I think it's done Dino Fairy. You're right. You're right, Lakeisha. Yes. You just have to send one good Emmy reel. So you can bomb throughout the rest of the year. You just have to send one good Emmy reel. And that's what he did, right? That's what he did. You're not the first person to ask that question, but like it's not necessarily like how great his storyline was, how great his character was. It was how great that scene was. Whatever scene that they paid for to send is how they got the Emmy. So maybe one day I'll do a separate video just to kind of the fuck, just to kind of explain how the Emmys work. Because sometimes I think I know that, but I couldn't think of any. Oh, I mean, regardless, or maybe okay, maybe I'll just ironic question, but yeah. And also, Ryan, I want to sit there and explain it for other people who may not have known how that stuff works. And gotta remember, we're not the judges, so maybe that's probably why you couldn't sit there and explain it. Endora. They named her after the Bewitched character. What? Yeah, so you got Ron all riled up. Mm, damn. Danny, remember to sit there and say that on your live stream this Saturday. Okay. Oh, Ryan, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of I've seen you write those comments about Nancy, and I really don't want to get into the political side of it, but it's I don't know. I did a video on it that really kind of explained my feelings on it. I think it comes down to if the person's a PR nightmare. The person's a PR nightmare, then they gotta go. Whether you agree or disagree, um, but it comes down to a PR nightmare. You know, that's 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 what I would sit there and say. So the division issue, freedom of speech, freedom of speech does not. Well, I mean, think about who was a PR nightmare. Their show went bye bye, and then it became a PR nightmare for their show to disappear, and then they came back. So put it that way, right? Jimmy was gone, and then Jimmy was back. So that's what it comes down to. Regardless if you agree or disagree. That's just, you know, Danny, that was probably like the least. Hmm, public pressure. What show? Oh, Jimmy Kimmel. You know, freedom of speech does not mean freedom of consequences, and that's all I'm going to say about that. Um, but it's funny, Danny Bear. I think last year it was Friday. It was Friday, Lakeisha. It was 3 hours. It was 3 hours. Why the hell did they actually do that for 3 hours? I have no idea why. But it's funny, Danny Bear. Somebody said, well, I'm not going to sit there and say this person's name, but they were like, GH paid for the Emmys. They paid to sit there and get their Emmys. I'm like, no, you're just not a judge. There's like 100 awards. And just said Johnson Jackson definitely didn't deserve that Emmy. Hmm. Yeah, exactly, Ryan. I mean, that's just a fact of life. Listen, I can say whatever the hell I want. That does not mean I'm not going to get my ass beat or I'm not going to go to jail. So that's just yeah. I did a couple of videos on that. If you want to sit there and check them out, they're like reaction videos to like regular people getting fired for that stuff. I don't I mean, I guess they have other shows like here's the thing, I didn't watch the Emmys. I imagine because you only have 4 shows. Oh yeah, Days of Our Lives actually, yeah, the actor Paul from Days of Our Lives actually won one, right? But I'm like, how many? I don't. Okay, I am not spending 3 hours of my goddamn life. So you know what? Fuck it. I'm part of the problem. It's crazy. Yeah, I think that'd be cool, Ryan. Well, yeah, that's problematic, Ryan. I mean, that's yeah, Ryan. That's problematic. I don't I don't know what other shows they were competing against, right? Because there's only four. There's only four soap operas because they weren't putting Beyond the Gates on like they weren't putting them on, right? So it was only four shows. There was only four American shows. So like, did they include other shows? Like, did they include the British shows? Um, it would have been interesting if they would have included Hollyoaks. By the way, y'all should watch Hollyoaks. It's on YouTube and it's for free, and it's actually good. Like, it's better than Bold and the Beautiful. They even actually have a British Nina, except for she's not a dingbat, and yeah, Ryan, I do. I mean, if I'm gonna be honest, I'm more of a Katy Perry fan, but Taylor Swift is cool too. Like she's up there. Like like there's Katy Perry and then there's Taylor Swift. What is it called again? Oh, it's called Hollyoaks. It is called Hollyoaks, and it's on YouTube. You just literally type in Hollyoaks. Um, I'm trying to see if I can type it in because I don't know if I'm pronouncing it or I'm enunciating it right. Yeah, I mean, I would probably pick Taylor Swift over Lady Gaga. I'll pick old school Madonna over Lady Gaga. Let me see if I can spell it on here. Ugh. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm about to do. No, Ron, I'm glad that she's not getting death threats. That's nuts. There you go, Rosemary. That's their actual official YouTube channel. So if you're not a Hollyoaks fan, yeah, Madonna's cool. I mean, her old school stuff is great. I'm not trying to sit there and listen to her new stuff. I'm not a fan of Mariah Carey as a person or her new music. Hell, I won't even sit there. I don't. I have a hard time listening to her old stuff because of the type of person she is. But yeah, Rosemary, you literally just click on there, and that's their official YouTube channel. Way better than Bold and the Beautiful. Oh no, I got it. I didn't find it funny, but I got it though. I feel like there's two versions of Mariah Carey. Like there's the good stuff she did in the '90s, and then there's whatever the hell she was doing. You know. Oh wow, it really does take you to the whole thing. Okay, that's what's up. What did Mariah Carey do? Have a good night, Lakeisha. It's great to see you. I I think the last thing that she did was like she pretty much used the guy for money, and then she tried to sue him. Yeah, she tried to sue him and saying that sue him for wasting her time because people said that she was a gold digger and she wouldn't give back the ring. And she said she wouldn't give back the ring. The ring that the guy gave her, she wouldn't give it back. But she said she wasn't a gold digger. I'm like, okay. So yeah, she just comes across as kind of a shitty person. Well, I mean, well, Ryan, she doesn't need the money, but it's always nice to have more money. But not that I'm making an excuse for her. Yeah, listen, she's Basuda. She's Basuda. I'll definitely sit there and say she's Basuda. I don't remember D'Angelo's music, so I can't sit there and say I do. I mean, there's probably people if I think hard enough, because I'm not gonna lie, I've been drinking. But if I think hard enough, I could sit there and probably put out some people that I like. Uh, no. My friends think they calling you a gold digger and you doing gold digger shit. Nah, you giving me back that goddamn ring. I don't know if that chick was being petty or whatever, but she just came across as a shitty person. You goddamn right, shit. Rip her goddamn finger off. I don't care how you get that ring back. That's the alcohol talking. But yeah, Rosemary, I hope that you saw the thing for Hollyoaks. But watch it. And that goes for everyone. Watch Hollyoaks. All right. I gotta wake up at 4. So I probably should have like went to bed like 54 minutes ago. But I'll be back on Wednesday. I'm back on Wednesday. I'm supposed to have Samuel on, but I'll sit there and try to I'll do my best to sit there and try to answer questions. Um, so yeah, have a good night, Ryan. Have a good night, Danny Bear. Have a good night, Queen Jess. Have a good night, Queen Janet. Have a good night, Allison. Rosemary, I gotta type him up. I think if I type him up and I hear it, I might remember his stuff. Isn't he the singer that died, unfortunately? Passed away. But yes, have a good night, everyone. Anyone that I can't think of off the top of my head, you know exactly who you are. And I will see y'all on Wednesday. Laters. Oh, and have a good night, Rosemary. And have a good night, Ronnie Ron.